Hi, I hope all is well with you. We are in the midst of celebrating the Festival of Lights, the wonderful Chag of Chanukah. And if you would ask the average person why we celebrate Chanukah, the odds are they'll tell you what the Gemara has taught us, Masechet Shabbos, that the Kohanim found a small flask of oil with only the potential to burn for one day, and miraculously, it lasted for 8 days. And that's certainly a valid answer. Yet, if you look at the tefillah of Al Hanisim that we recite in Berachas Hamazon and in Shemona Esrei, the emphasis is not on the flask of oil. The emphasis is on the miraculous victory that the Chashmonaim achieved over the Greek army. So the question is, which one is it? Is it the miracle of the oil or the miracle of the victory, the military victory? And the answer, surprisingly, is that the main nace that we're celebrating, the main miracle that we are commemorating, is the miracle of the military victory. So the question is, why are we all walking around with this feeling that the main focus is on the flask and not on the military victory? And the answer, sadly, is the fact that Chazal realized that human nature is such that whenever we find ourselves in a situation that the Ribono Shel Olam has helped us, either consciously or subconsciously, we will try to attribute that salvation from our own ingenuity, our own brilliance, coincidence, or unfortunately, luck. So Chazal realized that if they emphasized the military victory, then we would just say, well, the Chashmonaim were just terrific strategists, and that's why we won the war. And we experienced it in our days, in the 6-Day War. During the war, right after the war, everyone admitted, not only the religious, even the irreligious in Israel admitted that the war was won miraculously, and they could see the Yad Hashem. Yet, a few years later, it was this brilliance and that luck and that coincidence that achieved the victory. So what Chazal did is that they made us focus on the aspect of Chanukah that could not be denied. A flask of oil that can only burn for one day. If it burned for 8 days, the only explanation is that it was a miracle. And that we have to take that miracle and apply that to all aspects of our lives so that we see the other miracles in our lives. One of my favorite stories is of a blind man who was very athletic. And every morning he would get up and he would go on a power walk around his neighborhood, having memorized the paths, so he had no problems going by himself. And one morning he woke up and he wasn't feeling well, but he decided that he was going to go for his walk nevertheless. So he went outside and started walking. And as he proceeded on this power walk, he didn't feel himself, didn't feel well, had a headache, felt run down, and was very upset. He was upset at the Ribono Shel Olam. And he was saying to himself, Ribono Shel Olam, isn't it enough that you caused me to be blind? Can't you just give me health? Just let me be at peace. Why are you making me suffer? And after a couple of minutes, he was feeling so miserable that he turned around and went back home, cursing under his breath. Little did he know that about 25 feet right after the area where he turned around, there was an opened manhole cover that if he would have continued walking, he would have fallen into, certainly injured himself, perhaps even killed himself. Yet, for the rest of his life, he's going to walk around with the attitude that the Ribono Shel Olam didn't treat him kindly. And unfortunately, the same thing is with us. So many times, we take things for granted. Our health, our families, our friends, everything about our lives. We don't appreciate the literal miracles that the Ribono Shel Olam performs for us all the time. One of the major lessons that we have to learn from Chanukah is to, yes, focus on the neros, focus on the lights, and let those lights teach us that just as those are indisputably miraculous, so many other aspects of our lives are miraculously as well. And if we have that appreciation, if we have that hakaras hatov to the Ribono Shel Olam, and we express it to ourselves, to our friends, and to the Ribono Shel Olam, so he will continue to bless us with only health and happiness. So until then, next time, have a wonderful day. Shabbat Shalom, a Chodesh Tov, and a Lichtige Chanukah. Kol Tov.